Daily readings for 30 January 2022. Daily reflections. From freedom, freedom to. We are going to know a new freedom. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 83. Freedom for me is both freedom from and freedom to. The first freedom I enjoy is freedom from the slavery of alcohol. What a relief. Then I begin to experience freedom from fear of people, of economic insecurity, of commitment, of failure, of rejection. Then I begin to enjoy freedom too. Freedom to choose sobriety for today. Freedom to be myself. Freedom to express my opinion. To experience peace of mind. To love and be loved. And freedom to grow spiritually. But how can I achieve these freedoms? The Big Book clearly says that before I am halfway through making amends, I will begin to know a new freedom. Not the old freedom of doing what I pleased without regard to others, but the new freedom that allows fulfillment of the promises in my life. What a joy to be free. Yes, isn't it, people? Okay. As Bill sees it, page 119. On the broad highway, I now realize that my former prejudice against clergymen was blind and wrong. They have kept alive through the centuries a faith which might have been extinguished entirely. They pointed out the road to me, but I did not even look up. I was so full of prejudice and self-concern. When I did open my eyes, it was because I had to, and the man who showed me the truth was a fellow sufferer and a layman. Through him I saw at last, and I stepped from the abyss to solid ground, knowing at once that my feet were on the broad highway if I chose to walk. Quiet Moments with Benedict Rochelle, Franciscan monk and medical psychiatrist. Page 110, Unexpected Forces of Grace. As we strive in life to be Christ's disciples, we come to realize that we do not in fact first love God. He first loves us. Chastity in married or single life is one of several spiritual struggles which reveals Christ's personal love for the individual. Patience and forgiveness are rooted in the long battle to be chaste. As we grow more and more chaste, we come to recognize Christ as the source of a spiritual delight that captivates our heart, mind, soul, and spirit. It is important to note that the freedom of thought and feeling which comes to the chaste may open wells of repressed desire and feeling. The individual may then have to face unsuspected impulses and temptations. He or she may walk along cliffs of temptation and slip into chasms of desire. It is then that the gifts of the Holy Spirit will come to rescue the traveler and carry him on. For married and single, following God's law and the way of the gospel leads to a blessedness that nothing else can bring. Unexpected forces of grace come into play, and as the person is drawn to the divine, and the two embrace. I say, people, that has really happened in my life quite a few times. And then I've taken my own will back and blew it many times as well. But with the reading, and I'm very grateful to do this. I hope somebody hears it. Might just pray that if it even helps one other person, it definitely helps me, so that's good enough. But I certainly hope it helps more than me, because that's really why I'm doing it. Or I could just read it silently. But the readings today reminded me of this retreat I went on, and no matter how many times you go on it, you only get a coin the first time, and it's your number forever. But it was called the Matt Talbot Retreat, And he was the patron saint of alcohol. He is the patron saint of alcoholics, because this is why AA is considered the most miraculous thing in the 20th century, because Matt Talbot himself, and basically you were destined to be just locked up or chained up or shackled up or whatever, um, because even when you were at that jumping off point as a real alcoholic, there was nothing like this to guide us, you know, with the grace of God, to have tools in this program to find God, because I can't, He can, and to the best of my ability daily, I let Him completely. Um, my best thinking got me to my worst spots, and it has nothing to do with intelligence. From Yale to jail, I've met every kind of person in there. You know what I mean? NAA. And I'm just grateful to be doing this. I'm grateful to be sober. I'm grateful you're sober. And if you're not and you're an alcoholic like I am, I pray that you will find the grace of God and get sober, or the God of your understanding, but make it a good one in the light. And just be willing to be willing. Thank you for anybody that's listening, and have a blessed day. Peace.